How long will my marriage immigration case take? I think actually I said the prior question was the top question of all time, but I take it back. I think this is the top question of all time. And it's one that we actually don't have an answer to. So it's especially sad, I would say.
Yeah, I know that you'll find blogs and websites and things online, and individuals who might say that they know exactly how long it will take, but immigration doesn't even know how long it's going to take, because you can get on their website and they provide general estimates, and they'll say 6 to 10 months, but give or take 3 to 5 months, and there's so many factors that go into play with how long an immigration case takes, especially if you're a case type that there's several steps that you're waiting on immigration to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, well, why don't you tell everybody what we were talking about earlier about the reality of processing times and the variables?
Yeah, the processing time, there's so many variables that are just completely unforeseen. So we can always, during a consultation, we can tell you, well, based on the type of case that you're planning on doing and what we've seen recently, we're looking at a window of about this much time, but it's still going to be really an average. And there's so many weird things that can happen along the way. We've had times when, the entire National Visa Center computer system shut down for what was like 2 or 3 months one summer, a few years back. And it was just like, well, it was this computer system was inaccessible for longer than it usually even takes to get through that phase. So that affected everyone. Or sometimes they're just, someone tests positive for tuberculosis and they don't even have any symptoms, but they apparently have been exposed and they have to go through a course of treatment for that. And it's totally unexpected. Or just, the weirdest things seem to pop up in immigration cases, political changes, coronavirus, you name it. So we really, we understand why people want this information and we try to give you as much of an average as we can. But I think the best way to really cope with an immigration case is to have really good self-care and just be prepared for that, that feeling that lots of things can change, because it's really, I think it's most stressful if people have either gotten some kind of number from, one of the government websites, they've got a USCIS number, or they maybe have spoken with a different firm or somebody who promised them, like, I know it's always this. I don't know why people do that. It's just setting up for expectations that are not going to be met. But for whatever reason they have in their head, it's going to be a certain amount of time. And then every time there's a variable or something that changes it, and it's like, oh, it looks like it's going to be faster. Oh, it looks like it's going to be slower. It's just so emotionally wrenching that it's quite painful. So to the degree that you can, and I say that, and it's like Megan and I have both been through this. We both have foreign spouses that we love dearly, and like we both suffered through this, and that's how we got into this. So we get it. It's really painful, but just try to stay kind of even keeled and understand that it's going to go all over the place, and it's just a little bit of an adventure all by itself going through an immigration case. Wouldn't you say? I know we've joked about all the things that we did to get through it. It's just sort of like, yeah, there's the exercising phase, there's the eating M&Ms phase, there's the talking to your mom phase. Just whatever you need to do to cope, try to keep it on the healthy end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But it can be tough.
Especially if you're living apart. All of the things that come into play. But if you're able to talk with each other, and if you happen to be lucky enough to be in the same country, you're able to visit each other. Like, we try to tell people that we try to follow the advice that we told ourselves, to focus on your relationship and focus on your future and talk about those things. Don't talk about, oh, we should check the receipt number on USCIS and see where it's at. Just focus on your relationship. And it's easier said than done. But
there's some amount of research out there talking about how people's communication skills can actually get better. You can actually try to use this challenge to grow your relationship instead of having it, like, letting it tear you apart or be the thing that you always talk about, because really you don't want to always talk about your immigration case. You just like, let us take care of it, or someone else who's qualified, and then talk about your day and things like that. So the answer is we don't know. Sorry, I know everyone wants to know. Okay.